part two. Anyway, if you're not doing stuff like that, she gonna find somebody else that's gonna do it. And regardless of whether she's a good girl or not, it's gonna show in her face, and the vibes are gonna come out. And she could walk down the street, and it don't matter what color she is, and she could see some guy that's really, well, that's like some guy that's really dressed. I mean, some guy that's dressed nice, or maybe his, I guess you guys call it swag or whatever it was last year, and he's got that vibes and stuff, and all of a sudden, she'll look at him and he'll look at her. He might just, give a little smile or a wink, and it might not be nothing. And you know what I'm saying? And when you get those feelings and stuff, bam, it might hit you. It's according with juices, how your vitamins are flowing through your body, or how your nerves and stuff pick it up, and she'll pick it up, and it'll flow through her body, and her chest your nipples get all big and hard, and she get all wet and whatever, you know what I'm saying, and she ready to go. And if that guy is, he on point, he gonna be right over there, and she might tell him she married, she might not. He might ask, he might not, because, sex is just a normal thing, but when you bond in some type of agreement and stuff, then you're supposed to abstain and stuff like that. But, nowadays everybody getting divorced and stuff. But still, and then he'll walk over there, how you doing, what's your name, and she'll smile, and she'll throw some signs like she ready to go, and all he got to do is say, hey, you hungry? If she say no, and say, okay, let's go. She said, where? I said, go someplace where we can have fun. You want to drink some wine or some champagne, and, she'll say, yeah, okay, and bam, they gonna do what they gonna do. And when she finished and she's relieved, maybe she'll see him again when she needs that time, or when she needs that type of satisfaction. Maybe she won't, I don't know. But if you're a husband and stuff, you always keep yourself in shape. Yes, I'm fat, I'm getting in shape, because my wife, she lost a lot of weight. She's looking real fine now, But I'm saying, get in shape, exercise, look sexy for your look sexy for your wife, and then the wives look sexy for your husbands and stuff like that, because it's very, very important. And you don't consider your mate, if you're married, your wife or your spouse, or your wife or your husband, as a wife or a husband. You keep it on the dating scene. Buy her some tea bags, some nice underwear, some nice clothes. Like, I bought my wife some clothes that these 23-year-old girls be wearing, real short mini dresses and stuff. She never wear them, though. I spend a lot of money. I'm like, why you don't wear them, but anyway, it's a trip. But I try, what I'm saying? I'm on the ball, but maybe, I'm not, I got to get my body in shape too, and then maybe she'll wear them or something like that. But I'm just saying, it's, as far as, going about having sex and stuff like that, it's natural. And like I said, these girls out here, they just doing it, and these guys are available. These foreign guys out here, they're available for these girls, and, they bored. I mean, even when you get sleepy, come on, how many people get sleepy and get erect and horny? Or these girls get all wet and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Just sleeping, a lot of my friends as girls, they tell me about that, and it happens to me. I mean, you're tired and all of a sudden you want to have sex. Okay, what's that? What's up with that? You know what I'm saying? But it's just the way it is, and that's just the way your body functions and stuff like that, and there's nothing wrong. You don't have to control it. It's not for you to control, because if it was for you to control, then you'd be able to control it, but it's not, it's just, that involuntary movement or whatever, I gotta hurry up, clean my brakes. And so when people harass you about that and stuff, just shake it off and laugh, and say whatever, because this one, should I say that? I could not go say that, but, and okay, I'll tell you, because I started. There was this one guy from England, some white guy, he was hating on me or something about some message and stuff. He said, oh, you black guys, all y'all do is just want to have sex, and screwing and blah, 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 and all that stuff. And I just straight up told him, I said, hey, and he said, y'all just have sex and leave your women and stuff like that. And I was laughing. I said, it was a lot of, they showed on TV when the economy hit, this one white lady with 2 kids and her husband. They were doing real good. He lost his job, and he just ran off and left her, with her bills. She got to pay, and 2 kids, and she run into the food bank and stuff like that, and it was on the news, CNN or something like that, You know, and I don't know why people don't, you know, they think white guys are all cool and, you know, these white guys don't do that to their wives. But, you know, there's a lot of single women out there, you know. But I just told them straight up, I said, well, you know, your people, they're shrinking on the earth, you know. And you better start having babies with as much of these women as you can, you know. Otherwise, y'all going to disappear and stuff, you know. He didn't say anything. And maybe I shouldn't have said that on this. But still, you know, it's nothing wrong with having sex. Just be careful, be safe, you know. You know, it's weird because people come out here to Japan and, you know, and just do all kinds of crazy stuff, you know, and I don't know, it's a trip. But, you know, you have to understand, though, that you're special and you're not. Remember, we're, you know, just lack of defense got us in our position that we're in, you know, and not because we were dumb, because we weren't dumb, you know. You read history, and if you really read, you'll see that, you know, it was just something, you know, just, you know, like I said, people just watching and doing crazy stuff, and nobody's not paying attention, and bam, next thing you know, by the time you wake up, you out in the field, you know what I'm saying? So, but, you know, you have to understand who you are, and it applies to everybody with your limitations. I have a friend I talked to on through the mail and stuff, and he talked about how good shape he is. White guy, he's 64 years old, got a 25-year-old girlfriend. This guy is just in good shape and everything, traveling around the world, and got his girl following him and stuff, you know, and the parents know him and they don't care, you know, and it's a trip. I mean, see, and this dude, you know, he told me how good shape we haven't met, and whether he's telling the truth or not doesn't matter, but still, it's just the confidence that he even have in his stories and stuff, you know, and what he does. And I mean, you know, to be his age and the things that he said he does out here, and be able to mess with these girls at 64 years old. He says he's in good shape, and he said he could probably outrun me running 13 miles a day and 5 miles or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because I told him how fat I was. You know, he saw me in video. He was like, man, you need to get yourself in shape, because, you know, you just got a whole life still ahead of you, you know. And I didn't even realize how old he was, because first, the way he was talking, you know, I was kind of thinking, like, was he younger than me or older than me? But then, you know, he brought up something that was like, whoa, wait a minute, how old are you? He told me, I was like, wow, you know. And so, and this guy, you know, he's a white guy and stuff, you know, but, you know, we don't talk about no races and stuff. He said he don't care, you know, because he's 64 years old. When he dies, you know, he don't know, but he's good shape. He enjoying his life and stuff like that. So, you know, don't worry about, you know, that stuff. But what I'm saying is not, this video is not about worrying about what they're saying, but just be more aware of who you are and how things affect you, how food affects you and things like that. And, you know, it's a good thing, you know. I mean, just to be in shape, you know. I remember my days, and I'm getting back in shape now. And, you know, and it's good talking to women. I mean, every chance you get to talk to a woman, you do it, because it's a good thing, you know. And maybe you might not have sex, whatever. Like, I went to the club with my friends the other day, and these guys, white guy and some Chinese dude. The Chinese dude was real tall. Bart was the guy I went with, and this other Chinese guy, you know. And he's out here, you know, he's not an ugly person, you know. He's a little shorter than I am, tall, you know, good shape and everything, you know, no fat on him. And them two talking about how they be getting girls, you know, and whatever, and they tell me a secret, and they told me, I'm like, that's what you guys do? He said, yeah, and see, that's what I'm saying, you know, because, you know, just imagine being in America and you talking to some Asian guys. You think they're going to tell you how to pick up Asian women, but this guy, you know, I just met on the same day, and we ended up walking almost like 2 or 3 miles, you know, to go to the club, and I realized that the club was right down the street where we started off, so we ended up catching the bus, and we walked for like Sensaibashi to Yoda Yabashi or something like that. But it was real funny though. But we went to the club.